Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to BVTV. We're at quarter-final stage of the State Championships for 2023. My name's Tony Schill, and very pleased to be joined by the one and only Josh Thornton, a state champion himself, as of a few days ago. Congrats and welcome, JT.
Afternoon, Tony, and thank you. Should be another good match. We had a cracker of a first round of champions this morning between Kev and Brody, and Kev Anderson took it out 25-22, and don't think this one will disappoint us either. So Jack goes down to start the match. We have Tyson Cromie from the Geelong Bowls region, Ocean Grove, up-and-coming star of our sport, a couple of years out of our juniors, and playing against someone who I know pretty well, hadn't seen for a while, but has made a bit of a comeback the last couple of years from what I understand. Brenton Coad from the Ballarat Highlands Bowls region and the Victorian Bowling Club. Cody, as his nickname is, was a former state player back in the day. We're trying to work out how long we were trying to work out how long ago it was, but he definitely was a very good player. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, shapes up to be a good battle.
He had a very tough affair. He was the last one out there this morning. He against a guy from my original area who I don't know a lot about in Reno Brunnemeyer, but he had to, I think it was 25-21 in the end, I think it was.
Yeah, spot on, JT, 25-21. Tyson had a slightly more comfortable margin, but still not easy, 25-16 over Timothy Hancock from Goulburn Murray.
We have the other three quarterfinals currently being played on this screen, so we will be able to give you live scoring of those matches. The four ladies triples quarterfinals will be going on the B green, and I assume we're doing some live scoring out there.
In fact, everywhere is being live scored as we're at quarterfinal stages, so you'll be able to jump on the Bowls link and follow along. As Brenton Coad wastes no time showing what he can do with his first bowl, sitting right on the jack.
Good starters. Probably didn't want to move that like that, but he still has two. Tyson goes already.
He's got a very, very quick drive on Tice.
He said there was 11 dead ends in the match involving him and Tim.
Yeah. Which is probably more than what you had in your match with Kevy and Brody Harker.
It was a lot more. We reckon 5 was the count there. And we turned to Ty and said, "Oh, yeah, we know you love a drive." He goes, "Don't have to drive when I got shot all the time," he goes. So it must have been Timmy Hancock having a run in those matches.
Very dry as Tyson Cromie, but also very quick. Speaking of, unfortunately, kicks his own bowls out.
That was another chip off the ditch that landed on the roof of the shade cover there.
Yeah. Don't know whether that's the best spot to be sitting, to be fair, for those three gentlemen. They're going to have to keep their wits about them. They are outside the boundaries of the rink. But so Brenton Coad has 3. A very good opportunity to start with a 4.
If I had the scorecard, I'd already write it down, Tone.
You'd already put it in?
Yep.
You'd back Brenton Coad? All right, I'm going to go with that. And if we happen to be wrong, four is locked in. Great start for Brenton Coad. Tyson's second singles event here this week, JT. Came through winning the state singles in the Geelong region and also the champion of champions singles. Of course, he was runner-up in the 4s to you, you big bully. One of the up-and-coming stars, and you said, "No, I'm going to take this one. This one's mine."
Yeah, well, I played with Dad's Army there, didn't I? And just showed that a bit of experience still counts. I do say that in jest. My 3 mates in Shorty, Johnny Coyle and Buck played fantastic.
They did. They did.
Good question, Baz. You did this the other day as well. We tried to throw a question about how many games Chris Young had played for Victoria, and we actually had to go to the drawing board. And
yep.
Who's going to find this information out again, Tane?
Well, my question to Baz is in return is, does he know the answer and we're answering to him, or does he want us to find out?
I actually reckon he's got no idea. He's just sitting there trying to make life hard for us, you know, so... Is there some spreadsheet somewhere or something like that?
There is.
That's what Jimmy went to the other day when we got asked the question.
He did. I'll get some of the stars back in the office to see what they can rustle up for us. Unless I can reach around and find my laptop and do it probably quicker.
Oh, I don't know about that, Penny. Baz just likes to play funny bugger sometimes.
Giving him too much credit, Penny.
Yeah, great correction,
bowl.
Tyson.
Not a lot of room here, it's got to be said. But
I'll move for you, Tone, so you can get the laptop out and do some homework. Baz has given us another response. He's just trying to give the viewers an insight to the players, and he reckons it's 80.
okay.
You would have an idea, there's no doubt about that.
All right, what's your guess, JT?
Just trying to remember how many test series you play. You probably play 5 against South Australia, 3 to 5 against Tassie, 7 in early Shield. You'd have to play for 8 years in the stateside to sort of get to 80. I'm going to go 92. Don't know why I come at that number, but that'll do.
100 plus is one of the guesses. I'll give everybody another couple of minutes to get their guesses in if they wish. Nathan Mills off to a good start in his match against Josh Sanders, leading 5-2. Kevy Anderson, Ian Miles, which is Bendigo, Campaspe Goldfields v Strzelecki, locked at 2 shots apiece. And Chris Payne from Sandbelt 2 is trailing Luke Wright from Camperdown West Coast, who's 4. Benny Fletcher asking what's the question. The question is how many state games has Brenton Coad played? Got some guesses of 40 odd, 9. Kaz Rhodes says there's a case of blessed wine on it, courtesy of Barry Lester. Don't know whether that's official, didn't come from Baz, but
He wants me to do a coaching clinic for the prize. And I don't know if I can teach anybody with 3 fingers.
Ryan Marston says 54. I can tell you, Brenton Coad, starting in 2007-8, finished his representative career in 2013-14, has played all the ones.
111.
111 state games
Wow-wee.
at Open Company.
Awesome. I didn't see how many paddles Darryl Rowley put up then. I think it was 1.
I think you're right. We'll get the board updated very soon and we'll adjust it if we need to, but I think you're spot on, JT. Darryl Rowley, our marker, out here today, one of the best markers going around.
Lance has asked a question about who's won the most Vic singles. I reckon there was a guy by the name of Glyn Bazisto that might have won a fair few over the years. He might have
He was pretty fair.
might have Baz covered at this stage in terms of titles. With all due respect to my mate.
And you might have a title or two with young Barry Lester too, JT. Australian Open pairs.
Correct.
Australian Open fours.
No, we got runners up twice.
Runners up. Yeah, close. When you were in the finals.
Both games went to last ends.
Yeah, it's a cruel game sometimes. Yeah, Brenton Coad just groaning a little bit. Knew he hadn't quite sent that. Still holding one.
I reckon there's a chance Tice actually looks for it. This is where I like the weight choice. If he's looking for it, he might get the bowl out clean or get the jack back.
Yeah, he's got 2 or 3 seconds. There we go. You can see that scoreboard now, JT. Brenton Coad just standing in the road for me, but
Doesn't look far away. Oh,
just under.
afternoon, DTI. Hope you're well. Ballarat girl, but going for Tice. I think that's just the junior connection there.
Split allegiances, that one. Plenty of room for Brenton to get a second one in.
Not sure he liked that one out of the hand either.
It's not too bad to me.
Yeah. Just the way he sort of looked down at the mat when he picked it up.
Yeah.
Great bowling. 2 to Brenton Coad. Score is now 6-1. Vivian saying hello, watching from rainy Frankston.
Oh. No such rain here. There is talk of the odd shower after about 1 o'clock, so not too far away from that. But fingers crossed they all dodge us here and we stay dry. Who's your pick today, JT?
Well, I know what I said before the match started. I could actually renege on that one based on the scoreline right now. No, I'll live off it. I don't mind taking a punt and living and dying by the prediction. I tipped Tyson before the match. I reckon it'll be super close though. I really do. If my memory is correct, Brenton Coad started out at the Dalesford Bowls Club. Solid correction there from Tice. I think he was worried about hitting his short one and he got around it nicely.
Brenton Coad just kicking it back.
Afternoon, Margaret. Yes, it is Josh Sanders on the rink next door. He's currently down 5-2 against Nathan Mills.
He did win the last end too, JT, which hasn't gone on that board yet, so he might have picked up a couple, I think. We'll keep you updated on that one. Just a reminder, all these matches And indeed, the women's triples quarterfinals being live scored, so you can jump onto Bowls Link and follow along end by end scores. Tyson just asking that one to get down. We see on the replay.
She's nearly
Splits
slid through for second shot, just about.
Yeah.
If it wasn't already the other one second.
Yeah.
Two now.
Holding two. See the yellow paddles there on Del Rowley, matched to the player on the scoreboard on the screen, so you can kick along with us and work out who's blue and who's yellow.
Tice not on a bad trajectory here. Not on a bad trajectory. What a bowl. He might be stiff and be one down still.
Very stiff. Not quite rewarded with shot, but does cut it back.
Great bowl.
7-1 JT. Kevin Anderson for Bendigo Campaspe Goldfields has taken the lead over on his game against Ian Miles from Strzelecki. He now leads 5-3. Some quite compact heads over there between Kevy and Ian Miles. If you happen to be in the area, come down and watch 4 quarterfinals of men's champion and champion singles and 4 quarterfinals of women's triples. Shout out to Tonks and the crew who've prepared this green. Absolutely perfect. See Benny Hubber is an interested spectator in the background there.
I did see him slide in there before.
Yep, playing in the men's triples tomorrow. And of course, he'll have a keen eye on his clubmate, Nathan Mills.
He was asking questions during the first stream too.
Benny Hubber was?
Yep.
Yep.
He's obviously not working very hard today.
Day off today.
Plumber extraordinaire he is.
He is. Tice just a touch shy. Line was great, but down 2. Long with his first, bit short with his second. That means the next one's got to be good, doesn't it, JT?
Yeah, he hasn't settled into it yet. There's no doubt that Brenton has definitely settled in a bit quicker so far than Tyson.
Very smooth delivery from Brenton Coad. Almost as smooth as your new haircut, JT.
Yeah, well, if it's that smooth, he can draw that close.
Yeah.
Tyson's awfully close. Worst case scenario, he's probably going to get second shot. Yep.
Chris Payne picks up 3 shots in the last couple of ends. He still trails 5-6 against Luke Wright from West Coast. Nathan Mills leading Joshua Sanders 7-6 in their match. Question for you in the chat there, JT.
Pretty simple. I didn't win. Good call, Magoo. Lance Kelly.
They would have played with the bowls together.
Would have played probably stayed together against each other, maybe Geelong Ballarat Premier League too. But yeah, you're right. It does. Never ever thought of it till you highlighted it.
Josh Sanders with a bit of a run and jump next door, as he's known to do.
Another one to Brenton Coad. Score is now 8-1.
Josh Sanders picking up a single in his match against Nathan Mills. They're now locked at 7 shots apiece.
There's a good support crew here for Brenton Coad this afternoon. There's a number of bowlers from Victoria Bowling Club here, along with his parents. And Tyson's got a few from Ocean Grove himself. Fair starter from Tyson as well.
Brenton Coad just asking our marker, Darryl Rowley, am I one down? Confirmed he is.
Tyson changed it over, opting for the wide hand, and it does get down very nicely. Awfully close here, Brenton Coad. He only has to screw off his own. He's a chance of rocking in.
It's dead set like a cannon going off over there every now and again on Rig 3. Such is the power of Kevin Anderson's drive. I vaguely recall us having Kevy at the AIS one year, doing some testing of various types of deliveries and eyesight cameras and all sorts of stuff with primarily the Jackaroos, but we had a few other internationals over. I'm pretty sure, my memory's not 100% on it, but I'm 99% sure that Kevy had the fastest drive each time. Measured at speed down one of the tunnels at the AIS. And Ryan Bester there, and of course all the Jackaroos.
So who was the quickest?
Kevy.
Yeah. Because we actually asked the question this morning about who the quickest was, and I rattled off Kevy, Bester, and Flaps.
Yeah, Bester was. He has a super quick drive, as we all know, but there was a noticeable difference between Kevy's and Rhino's. So.
And even Sean Ingham got on the stream this morning and said Kevy's got Bester covered too.
So okay, there you go.
Probably was there. At least they would have talked about it back at the club.
Actually surprised me, the speed. It wasn't anywhere near what I thought it would be. What sort of speed do you reckon they were?
Yeah, no, so I've been to a day where they had the police gun out.
Yep.
And correct me if I'm wrong, it's around 30 odd Ks or 40 odd Ks or something like that.
Kevy was about 39, I reckon, and Ryan Bester was about 36 or 37. couple of the Aussie guys give it a bit of a rip too around that 35, 36, but
I said that Calvin back in the day was reasonably quick.
yeah, he was. Yeah. He's a strong man. All that fishing.
Also one of the world's biggest lunatics, but anyway, that's another story altogether.
Well, you said that, not me,
Oh,
for a
that's-
start.
oh,
And I
look.
know you say that with a bit of love in there for one of your good mates.
So when I was in my early days and my mates, hang on, we'll watch this bowl first. Tyson's going big. Awful close to getting the, took his own out.
Not having any luck at all at this stage.
Another wonder, Brenton Coad.
Yep.
Yeah, when I was reasonably new to the sport, my mates obviously used to take the P155 out of me in terms of playing it. But the one thing they loved Calvin Kirko because they thought, how good's a guy that could sit a pot or scooter on top of his head because his head's that flat with the spiky hair that he used to have.
Jug, they call him.
Yep.
Now that's interesting because they've just switched the scoreboard signs around on the rink next door, so that's going to be problematic for me.
Peter Lowe reckons it's flappers in daylight. You didn't get him in that testing, did you?
No, Flaps wouldn't have been there that year. This is, well, it's going back a little ways. So. Mac McLean there from the ACT and quite a number of the Jackaroos, including Omar and Co. Ray Pearce was there, Barry Lester was there.
My brother wrote, I got 50 kilometres one day. Well, one, that's definitely not true, but even if it was, he would have missed the target by 15 feet. So,
Unless you threw it out of a car, Geordie.
still, he's got puny arms, so no chance.
One of our most recent state champions, Vinnie McElwain, who won the mixed pairs with his lovely partner Kirsty. He says J-Boy gives it a fair old nudge when he slings them too, which is good call.
That was the other name that came up this morning, Jared Davies. He definitely goes quick.
Not big enough to cast a shadow. I like that one.
Yeah, great 2 starters from Tyson.
Brenton Coad playing with some weight, just
First bit of
missing
weight.
narrow.
I was going to say, first bit of weight he's
Mm.
played this match.
In fact, I watched a bit of the match out on the other green in the round of 16. I didn't see him play a lot of weight there either.
He's definitely capable of playing it, but he's also
Yeah,
just
no
backs
doubt.
his draw.
Yeah,
3
well
good
played,
bowls
Tyson.
by Tyson.
Bit of pressure on Brenton Coad for the first time now.
Saying that though, there's no holes there now.
Shaping up for weight again. Not crazy weight. It's going to be contact. Takes one out. Tyson still has a bit of room to add the third back in.
He'd definitely be doubling his score, if not tripling his score.
Yep.
Looks like it's going to count.
Yep.
3 to Tyson. Cromie scores now 9-4.
Make him feel a little bit better. I don't think he's been too far away this match. Just got the wrong side of a couple of edges and so forth, but
if you take the first end away, which I'd argue is probably maybe a little too aggressive to a point,
Yep.
it's only one in it. He gets it back the second shot. He's only 2 down right now. So
Yep, true. Some scores from this rink. Ian Miles from Trafalgar Trails, Kevin Anderson from Bendigo Campaspe Goldfields 4-7. Chris Payne from Sandbelt, he's 9, leading Luke Wright from West Coast 8. And the very rink next door, Nathan Mills from Yarra is 7, trailing Josh Sanders from Eastern Rangers 10. And on our rink here, Tyson Cromie 4, representing Geelong. He's trailing Brenton Coad 10, who comes from Ballarat Highlands. I like your sayings, Lance Main. See more meat on a butcher's pencil. Yeah, Ty's just getting dialed in here, just a touch short with that one, but starting to find his rhythm. Couple of champions around this green, JT, not just in the commentary booth with you winning the 4s, but to see Cass Millerick over there, won the Champion of Champions singles, back to back, I might add. Liv Cartwright sitting next to her, got her laptop out, perhaps doing a little bit of work while she's watching a bit of bowls on the state singles.
Your ball is 1 ball in front of Jack High, the other ball is 4 inches in front of Jack High. Hold.
Matty Flapper, an interested spectator, sitting a couple of boxes down.
he's not a champion this week, though.
Not this week.
No.
No, he's won plenty of them before.
Very rare I could probably have a dig at him like that.
Yeah. First time in a long, long time we haven't seen Matty Flappy here playing.
Champions week.
And part of that
He's Tyson.
is due to his clubmate, teammate, workmate, colleague, Tyson Cromie, who's had a great year down there.
This is, I was going to say, if he's around that, he's awfully close.
Yeah, well bowled, Brenton Coad.
Great bowl. Just if I can see the head from behind, Brad. It's all right.
It's his way of getting you back.
He's not even listening to me. No, he wasn't. We can tell.
Tyson's going to find some front traffic, I think. It might be just under it.
He'd probably be unhappy with himself. Like, even though that he wasn't going to go running at it, nothing for short then, and dropping a couple of feet short, 3 feet short, he'd be unhappy with that himself.
So Brenton can play the same hand with perhaps just a touch more weight, 2 or 3 feet of weight. Needs to stay wide. If he kicks the jack through, that's a good result. If he runs into his own, he can force Tyson Cromie's bowl through. Just doesn't want to be narrow.
Just think he'd be playing something similar. He's just drawn one, so...
Casper saying we haven't seen any of your kangaroos today, JT. You've put them away, have you? Oh, there goes one. Did you see that, JT?
I didn't think he was paying attention, Brad.
Oh, he is paying attention.
He
He's
is
ever
for that.
watchful.
Not paying attention when you actually get it behind the angle shot, but when there's a kangaroo mentioned.
Yeah, just the one to Brenton Coad.
10-4.
And Miles has mounted a bit of a comeback against Kevin Anderson. He's picked up the last couple of ends. Now leads 8-7 in their quarter-final. Kevy is holding one. Which has just been removed by Ian Miles, so good match going on over there too.
Tamara, yeah, that is correct. That was the scoreboard on that rink somehow changed. We're not sure why or what happened there, but it caused Tony some grief because he's doing some live scoring. But yes, it has changed.
It's the exact opposite to what's in Bowls Link and what's in the live scoring. So can only imagine the card was written the wrong way.
So we blame Jimmy Whitehead for that.
Well, I mean, we would have anyway. It's always good when he's not here to blame him, not here to defend himself.
What is he even doing?
He's probably having a nap. Actually a good match next door, Nathan Mills and Josh Sanders. Not much between them at all.
Great bowls, Brenton Coad.
Shouldn't be too surprised that there are good matches at Champion of Champions in a quarter-final.
I was going to say, Tyson's still got chances if he's arriving. He can land the second bowl, can jack around the corner, he's awfully close.
Yeah.
What a
Very
bowl.
well played. Not sure if it makes two. Awfully close. Daryl Reilly just having a good look at this now. I'll wait for the decision. It is two. So well played, Tyson Cromie.
Fantastic bowls by all so far.
Kirsty Vandenhoff, the other part of that mixed pairs state title winner, saying let's go Milo. Of course referring to Ian Miles from Strzelecki, plays out at Trafalgar Bowls Club. He's just picked up another one, so he'll move along to 9-7 over Kevin Anderson from Bendigo Campaspe Goldfields. How does Tice make another one here?
I was going to say, what's he going to do for his next trick? For him, he's a lefty. I think he'll play his backhand, play it wide to try and draw around his own, and if he happens to be a fraction narrow, he can tip his own in, but it'd be just dead draw weight. You wouldn't want to be playing too quick, just in case you lose your line a little bit.
And it is already upright too, so he doesn't want to kick it too far and move the jack at all. Yeah, proper wide. Probably not a bad result. Cautious way of playing. Which for there is not too bad of an option. That'll be two more to Tyson Cromie. He started to find a little bit of form. 5 shots in the last 2 ends.
3 ends.
3 ends, I should say. My bad. Chris Payne from Sandbelt now leading 11-9 over Luke Wright from West Coast. Not a bowl on the green over on rink 3. It's Kevin Anderson scattering bowls everywhere.
Ian will have shot after this bowl.
I reckon he might. Jack's probably 7 yards from the ditch, so I don't think he's going in there.
His first two were within 3 or 4 inches of it, so...
Brenton Coad with a great starter. Keep you updated on some women's triples scores. The Strzelecki girls, Cheryl and Sammy Atkinson with Mo Leighton. You're up against the Ovens and Murray rink skipper by Jodie Fruend. Strzelecki leading 9-2 after 5 ends. All these scores are in Bowlslink, so you can jump in and have a look for yourself as Brenton Coad just slides through. Metro West rink, skippered by Gail Edwards, is in front of the Sandbelt rink, skippered by Lisa Phillips, 10-2 after 6 ends. And Mornington Peninsula, skippered by McColgan, is trailing 1-2 over the Eastern Rangers rink, skippered by Karen Button. They played 3 ends there.
Tyson's played another good bowl here. Yeah, great playing.
Yeah, lovely bowls, Tyson.
Starting to get his rhythm a bit more now. He hasn't won 2 ends in a row yet in this match.
No.
So this is a big end, I reckon.
The final quarter final in women's triples. Northern Gateway, skippered by Sophie Kurzman, is 3, leading Lee Hanson's Goulburn Murray rink 2. They played 4 ends there. So all those scores on Bowlslink as Brenton Coad finds the same gap.
I reckon Tyson will be looking to add a foot or 2 on his last. He'll get to a good home and count still. It's tighter.
Does it get under and still count?
Probably. Maybe. I think what Tyson was egging it on was not to fill the hole up and make it easier for Brenton to play that next shot in there. There's still holes there. He is holding 4. So, big bowl here.
Luke Wright from West Coast picks up a 3. And now it's the front, leading 12-11.
Tighter line.
Too tight. Lets out a little groan, does Brenton Coad. Oh,
It's
falls
backflopped
against
in
the bias.
that it might have cut the first one out. The last one, sorry, my apologies,
Yeah.
of Tyson's.
It is 3.
Still a good score. His first 2 ends in a row. He's now 10-9. Game on again. Not that it wasn't.
8 shots in 4 ends, JT.
Tyson opting for a medium length end. Brenton Coad just nails it with his first. Just noticed Ian Miles have a run there. Now again, I don't know how he plays the game. I don't know him that particularly well, but it's interesting to know that whether the influence of Kevy playing weight is getting him to charge at it then potentially, and not play a normal characteristic game.
Looks to have dropped a 3 there.
Has.
Well played, Brenton Coad. Just pushes Tyson's bowl through. Favour is holding 2. It is just 1.
It's pointed reasonably well here. Yeah, what a shot. Might have made 2.
Oh, save you 2 down.
Brenton Coad's not far away. This has been a cracking hand so far. Just shy. Look at the head. Like, probably the first ball away is a yard at most.
Yeah, 2 touches already.
Tyson changes. He'd be looking to sort of a positive draw. If he can turn around the corners, fine. Just fraction tight more than anything. His weight was really good.
Just that change of hands, not quite nailing it.
It is the swoopier side. I reckon Brenton Coad, is looking at bowl through the hole between his 2 own. He got chances of getting off one of his own to get to the shot bowl, get through the bowls onto the jack.
There's a danger that he goes 2 down though if he happens to spoon it out.
It's only 1 less. It's not drastic. It'd be different if it was 3 or 4. It's not huge weight. It's just getting to the bowls, just through it.
Just going to push under. So no change. Favour this is only 1 to Tyson. It is conceded by Brenton Coad.
All square again. First to 15 now instead of 25. Tyson didn't like that. Saying it to slow down.
They have a bit of giggle to each other, so Tyson said something funny. Yeah, pretty good response from Brenton Coad.
Forces Tyson to change. Spot on, Maxi. He is still smooth as silk. There's no doubt about it. As Tyson draws another.
Josh Sanders getting out to a bit of a lead now over Nathan Mills, 14-9. Picked up a 2 on that last end.
Look at Brenton Coad. Brilliant. And happy birthday for the other day, Maxie. I think it was yesterday or the day before. I thought I seen it.
Put it in front of the jack.
Tyson just pinched his line there. I like the idea, trying to get through his own or just around it, other side. Oh, that might change the angles a little bit. Still one to Brenton Coad. A lot firmer from Tice. Good chances through his own.
Track's pretty good, JT. Oh.
Not far away.
No, he's just at the wrong
Need to
side
get
of
that.
things.
Well,
every
he
now
just
and
need to
again.
get that bowl on a better angle, or just around it. He was half a chance.
See it, kick the ball through, can take the jack or take Brenton Coad's shot ball out. Just knocks the jack back. Timmy Fraser, Ian Miles is having a good battle against Kevin Anderson. It's 10-11. He's trailing by 1.
He did get the last end though, so he's either a draw or could be in front.
As soon as they update that board, we'll let you know. Tim Fraser. Just a reminder, all these games are being live scored. If you do want to jump onto Bowls Link, you'll be able to follow end-by-end action.
Not a bad effort by Brenton Coad there. He might have actually got all the way down and flopped in.
Yeah, Darryl has 2 paddle spreads.
What a
that'll
bowl.
be 2 more to Brenton Coad. Stops a bit of a run from Tice. He has 6 shots in the last 3 ends. 9 in the last 5.
There's not a lot of difference between where the jack's been rolled by both players at this point in time.
No, true. And very consistent length ends. Luke Wright from West Coast picks up another 3. He now leads 15-13. It's over Chris Payne from Sandbelt.
Great starter from Brenton Coad.
Tice asking this one to hurry.
Does look short to me.
Yeah, he knew out of the hand. He hadn't quite sent that one. Barnesy Millsy is currently trailing 14-9. It's 12-9 written on the scoreboard, but he did just drop a 2. And by the looks of things, he's about to drop another 1. Confirm that with you in a second, Barnesy. It is a 1, so that'll be 15-9. Now Josh Sanders leading over Nathan Mills. Millsy was in a fair bit of trouble in his first match, but managed to make a very good comeback. So not unfamiliar territory.
Tyson not far away from getting the jack here or the bowl.
Oh, well played, Tyson Cromie.
Great bowl. Great correction. It's been a fantastic match between these two so far.
Tyson got off to a bit of a slow start, didn't he, JT? He was down 9-1 at one stage. Clawed his way back. Was 10 all. He dropped 2 on the last end, but holding 1 here.
Looks another good bowl here. It's all in his speed now. Yeah, it'll count.
Ball in front of Jack High.
Yeah, I thought that might make Brenton switch. If he gets to the inside of Tyson's last bowl, he actually can screw off and get to the jack. Probably just lacked a couple feet, really. I was trying to work out what Peter Lode said then, but I think what he's trying to say is Cromie is lifting. But he's written Chromecast is lifting, so there seems to be some sort of autocorrect going on for Lowy. Knew he had fat fingers. My old junior pairs partner tone.
Lowy.
Yep.
Fair old partner. Oh, Tice again, just getting a little stiff.
Still won. He was a little nervous that he actually give it away then.
Back to one shot, the diff, JT. Starting to warm up a little too.
We might actually take
Sun
the jumper
comes
off
out.
for the first time.
Yeah, could be the case.
Might even stand up for a little bit, just to, you know.
Chris Payne picks up 2 more for Sandbelt. Now 15 shots apiece. Chris Payne, Sandbelt against Luke Wright, West Coast.
One on the measure. Yeah.
Chromecast is a nickname for Tyson.
First I've heard of it.
Yeah.
Can't understand how I got that mixed up though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tyson's just got to get down now. It's probably just a fraction quick. Not bad here from Brenton Coad. It's 2 to Brenton Coad now. Wouldn't be surprised if Tyson plays more weight. I'm not sure exactly how much more, but there's every chance. There's probably angles there where he can get both, or get off the bowl, first bowl, and get to the jack. If he gets jack clean, he makes 2 or 3.
Tyson not happy with that one, asking for it to get down. Chance here for Brenton Coad, holding 2. on COVID there, JT?
No, just cough that's been lingering for a month.
Brenton just going to slide on by.
Yeah.
So no change. That'll be 2 more to Brenton Coad. 14-11. First to 25 here at State Championships. Some scores in women's triples. Skippers' names only for time reasons. Samantha Atkinson for Strzelecki. They are 10, leading Jodie Fruand from Ovens and Murray 6. Gail Edwards, Metro West 14, leading Lisa Phillips, Sandbelt 3. McColgan, Mornington Peninsula 5, trailing Barton, Eastern Rangers 9. And the final, the 4 quarterfinals out there, Kersman from Northern Gateway is 6, leading Hanson from Goulburn Murray 5. All those scores are in Bowlslink, being scored end by end. If you want to check on how your respective teammates, colleagues, friends, family are going. Ian Miles playing a couple of really good bowls over there against Kevin Anderson. Looks to be holding 3.
Even made Kevy go for a walk and have a look at it.
Yeah. It's about as concerned as Kevy gets, I reckon.
Three to Chris Payne then.
We're locked at 15 shots apiece. He now leads 18-15. That's Chris Payne from Sandbelt against Luke Wright from West Coast. Been a number of big scores in that. A few threes.
Tyson looks close here. If he's going to hang long enough. No. There's Kevy Henderson over there. Got the jack down the back for 3.
Good change up. 3 down to 3 up.
Brenton Coad looking awfully close here. Going to get to a good home. Maybe even counts too. Especially if it flops down. Yep.
You're always a good JT. Would have thought that was only 1, but Tice just not quite with enough Wheaties.
I don't think there's an angle on the forehand still for Brenton Coad to get in another. But what he does by switching hands, which is obviously the easier shot looking at it, is that he might leave something for Tyson to use. So from a betting man, if he does change, he'd be looking to try and turn the jack around the corner 6 to 12 inches so that if he misses, he gets to a good home still. Probably wouldn't want to leave one jack high. Even a bit further for a bit more safety. The 2 good ones there in the schemes of the match too, because he's 3 up, and if he holds onto them, he gets the 5 out in front. Tyson's going to have to play a very good bowl here, Tone.
Touch too wide, JT. You say that's the wide side, but for that speed, just a touch too wide.
Two. 16-11 now to Brenton Coad over Tyson Cromie.
And the trend in this match, isn't it? Brenton Coad got out to a lead, 9-1 at one stage. Tyson Cromie was able to bring it back to 10-all. Now a 5-shot buffer for Brenton Coad.
Not saying this match is obviously finished, Tone, but if we're going off my predictions for this week, maybe I should reverse jinx myself and go for the opposite of what I'm thinking.
I think so.
Great starter.
It's been very good coming back towards the clubhouse here with his first bowl. Last few times he's put pressure on Tyson Cromie straight away. Nathan Mills in a little bit of trouble next door, down 2. Josh Sanders has 1 bowl to come. Brenton Coad, bang on line, 8 or 9 inches short of the jack.
Ty's not far away. Use his own to get a result here. Oh, back to 1.
Just sliding on by slightly. Josh Sanders does pick up another 2 against Nathan Mills. He now leads 17-10. Luke Wright picks up a couple for West Coast. He's trailing Chris Payne from Sandbell 18-17. Tyson Cromie down 1 here. 1 bowl to come. Forced. So no change there. 1 more to Brenton Coad. His lead now 17-11. He's picked up the last 3 ends in a row. And Miles picks up a couple. He's now locked at 14 shots apiece against Kevin Anderson.
As I walked past Matty Flapper, then he goes 54 Ks, Joshua. That's what he's saying. His drive was quickest drive ever recorded.
Recorded on what?
Well, I don't know. In his dreams.
I wouldn't put it past him. Tangles does give it a fair old rip.
I just had to chuckle as I walked past.
I will qualify, the testing we did at the AS wasn't just chuck it down there as hard as you can. You had to actually hit the target for it to
Count.
Yep. It's done on a rather weird setup of mats. We had to piece together to make it seem like a green.
Over what distance?
27.
Yep.
Ryan Finn saying keep it going, Luke Wright. I can tell you Luke Wright's down a couple in the head, and Chris Payne has another one to come, so.
Brad Montana sitting next to Grey Hoodie Man, who is technically Black Puffer Jacket Man today. He's become a cult figure.
He has.
Johnny, one down. 1 or 2 seconds. Oh, sorry, you got 1 second. One down or 2?
Tyson looks wide is my first reaction. Does have another second now though. If Brenton doesn't change the head, there's every chance Tyson might look for the shot bolt.
Nathan Mills kills an end. Gets a low 5 from his opponent, Josh Sanders.
I reckon Brenton Coad might be changing the end up here. He's added another. Great bowling.
Does he leave himself adjust the draw now, JT?
Can Brad put the behind the head shot again for me? Yeah, I think that's
Really
all
no
that's
other
going
option,
on.
isn't
Yeah,
there?
he's got to try a draw on his backhand.
Try and tuck it out to the side, but it's a degree of difficulty of about 14.4.
I'd be just looking for one and try and get the momentum back and changing the head tactics the way you want to go. It's not looking too far. It's all only speed now.
Oh, through the hole.
It's 4 consecutive ends for Brenton. 5 out of the last 6. 19-11. Starter again.
It's this direction, JT.
First bowl pressure is key in singles.
Yep.
And he's been the more consistent. Another good bowl.
No, you're holding shot. How far behind is the jack to my bowl? There's an 8-inch gap.
Kevin Anderson from Bendigo Campaspe Goldfields, now 16-14 in front. Ian Miles from Strzelecki.
As Tyson runs at it. I've just had a message from the one and only Chris Young. Can confirm that 54 kilometres by flaps at South Bendigo with a handheld radar by a local copper. We're all sitting around having a couple drinks about 25 years ago. Did he hit the target though, Youngie? Is the question. I'm not passing it if he didn't hit it. It's one of those good bad bowls.
Three down, JT, or just
I think
two?
so. I think it's close for three. It's definitely two.
Tyson kicks the bowls around. Gives
Three it is.
Three more to Brenton Coad.
It's probably the other difference in this match so far is that Tyson probably hasn't hit many of his runners.
He hasn't been far off. He's hit and taken out the wrong bowl or kicked the jack the wrong way or whatever it is a couple of times. But Josh Sanders is about to pick up three on the rink next door. He's the first player to 20 in that match. He now leads 20-10. See the difference in this end, JT. Tyson putting some pressure on with the first bowl.
Well, it's at that stage of the match where he hasn't got a lot of wriggle room, you know.
Pretty fair response from Brenton Coad.
Tyson awfully close to adding another.
Stop bowl in front. Yeah, it's a bowl in front of jack high.
I like this change from Brenton. Chance to get to his own, flop it over a couple of times. Oh, great bowl.
Just flopped it one too many times, JT. Great effort.
Still a good bowl, and it doesn't allow Tyson much wriggle room to get another one in there at the moment. And if you're 22-11 and up, you don't mind dropping a one. You just don't want to drop it 14 times in a row.
Tyson just chastising himself a little, knowing he's not quite up.
Again, I don't see this shot being too dissimilar to the last for Brenton. He's played. He only has to be probably a half a bowl wider, and he's sitting Tyson out for match.
Yep.
Jack around the corner's good movement. I don't know if that wind swung there that made that bowl hang out a lot further than it normally would. We got a gust.
Decent little gust then, wasn't there?
Because that's the hand that normally pulls.
Mm.
He was definitely going for it. Look at it end the match there and then. Ty's trying hard to get down to that bolt.
Pick up one.
Stops the run of 5 consecutive ends to Brenton. Score is now 22-12.
$16 shots apiece. Over on the far rink, JT, that's Ian Miles from Strzelecki up against Kevin Anderson from Bendigo Campaspe Goldfields. The rink next door. Chris Payne just picked up a single, so he moves to 22, representing Sandbelt, up against Luke Wright from West Coast, who's 18, so 22-18. Very next door to us. Nathan Mills from Yarra is 10. Josh Sanders, Eastern Rangers, 20.
He's a great day for it, Brad. No doubt about it.
A little bit of support now for Tyson, this crowd willing him back into this match.
Madison, no we don't. This is the only other time slot today. We only have 2 time slots today. All the remaining matches for both the triples and the champions semi-finals will be all played tomorrow. Fair reply from Brenton. Not a bad home, that one. All the matches are reasonably close on this green, Tone, as you know, but outside probably the Josh Sanders and
Nathan Mills,
yeah,
21,
including the one we're broadcasting. I mean,
Josh Sanders, Nathan Mills was pretty close.
yeah, it's sort of Josh's run, isn't it?
Yeah. Josh Sanders has won 8 of the last 9 ends.
Over in that Kevin Anderson, Ian Miles ring, Ian Miles has got 3 inside 6 inches.
He's playing really well.
It's currently 16 all. He's probably doing the right thing, passing the head.
Yep.
Brenton Coad gets rid of 1 there. He wasn't that far away.
Looks like Ian Miles will pick up 3. Kevy just plays ditch weight. Doesn't quite get there, so that's a big score in the context of that match. Ian Miles now leads 19-16.
Probably not today either, Madison. We usually keep that up our sleeve for when there's a final next door. I think we'll try and anticipate what Brenton's going to play here, but I reckon he might. The fact that I think he's only one down, he might just play forehand and just try and dead draw it. If he happens to touch it with 6 inches, he might be able to bring his back one into it.
He's got 2 seconds, so there's no real danger, is there? Not quite the line, so no change. Tyson Cromie picks up one more. Still trails 13-22.
Well, the problem is, Stoker, just to pull you up, the game next door might already be finished, which means we have to move the cameras further, which we don't have enough line, and then the game next door has finished to that. This could be the last game out here, the way things are going. Kevy drops another 3. He's in a world of hurt over there too. This Tice plays a very good first bowl.
So Chris Payne has got the chocolates representing Sandbell. He's gotten over the top of Luke Wright from West Coast.
I'm anticipating a Tyson comeback here. You got to have faith in the guy you tipped from the start of the match.
Well, this is true. Trying to run away from all these outlandish statements you make, JT.
He has to play more bowls like that.
Nathan Mills played a great bowl next door. He's in a fair bit of trouble there.
I reckon it's down match.
Yep.
Looked like match to me.
Draws it in. Picks up a single. He's now 11. Josh Sanders 21.
Tice won't be happy with that one.
Picking up another single over there. He's the first player to 20 in that match. He leads Kevin Anderson 16.
Brenton's last bowl not too bad. It's getting Tyson to have a bit of a look at it, whether it's 1 or 2 up to him at this stage. Marker Darryl Riley indicates it's only 1. And a measure. He did the little measure thing, delayed.
He did.
Playing with us.
Kept the crowd in suspense.
Oh, this looks tight from Tyson. And short.
Give us some scores from women's triples quarterfinals. Sophie Kurzman's rink from Northern Gateway are leading 10-7 over Lee Hanson's rink from Goulburn Murray. They've played 12 ends. Sandra McColgan's rink from Mornington Peninsula is trailing 9-14 to Karen Barton from Heathmont. They've also played 12 ends. So We watch Brenton Coad's last bowl. I'll give you those next two scores in a minute. Track's pretty good, JT.
He's coming now. He's coming now.
Track's very good, JT.
Oh, he's stiff.
Yeah.
Great bowl.
Does all the hard yards, just not quite rewarded. Still we won to Tyson Cromie.
3 singles in a row.
It's a big score to really get him going. The next of these triples quarterfinals, Gail Edwards from Metro West is 15, leading Lisa Phillips from Sandbelt 5. They've played 13 ends. And Sammy Atkinson from Strzelecki is 14, leading Jodie Fruend from Ovens and Murray 11. They played 13 ends there. All those scores are on Bowls Link, so you can look through those and follow along. And I reckon Nathan Mills is down 1 at the head, maybe 2. Josh Sanders still has 1 to come. It's on the rink next door, so that one reaching its final stages. Well done, Tyson Cromie.
Tyson getting back in this game is coming back to that first bowl pressure again. When his 1 ends, seems simple, but he's getting his first bowl close.
Kevin Anderson looks to have gone down 2. Did have a run at it, took 1 bowl out. Ian Miles still had 2 closest, picks up 2 more. He's peeled off the last 5 ends in a row to now lead 22-16. Josh Sanders picks up a single. He's leading 22-11 over Nathan Mills from Yarra.
What about Brenton Coad out there? Yeah. 7 inches in front of Jack Hyde.
Tyson not far away. I reckon there's every chance Brent plays a little bit of weight here. He can't go drastically much worse.
Del Rowley calling this as 2 to Tyson so far. Yep, weight it is.
Close
On
to
target. Oh, he takes out his own. Wow, this is kind of what's happened to Tyson Cromie a couple of times. So this one just turning in fortunes.
Look, he's 1 worse off. Right, he's got nothing on the green, but there's a lot of room for second.
Plenty of gaps for
With
second.
someone
isn't
as accomplished as Brenton, I don't think that's the end of the world. Now, if Tyson nails the next one, there'll be a little bit more pressure.
Stewie White says he'd rather see Tyson on the green, though. He's the #1 commentator. He's very, very good in commentary.
I'm not sure he's #1 though.
Oh, I reckon he might be. Who's better?
Well,
Certainly not me. Yeah, Tyson Cromie puts another one right on it. Just falls on and touches at the very last second.
Brenton's going back to the draw here. He's going to try and cut it back. He should very easily get 3rd shot. He's more than capable of even getting shot or 2nd shot.
He wants to land on one of these bowls and not keep running. Yeah, I don't know if it's good enough for second, but could well be. No,
definitely
it
second.
is.
And it's 4 ones in a row. Slowly, slowly, he goes.
Lovely weight control from Tyson Cromie.
Afternoon, Vicky. Unfortunately, Luke Wright went down. He was defeated by Chris Payne from Sandbelt, 25-18.
Yeah, Tyson's got more than one, that's for sure. Plenty of people here interested in Tyson Cromie.
It's nearly... Oh, that's close for second. Probably just past. Brenton Coad with a fair correction himself. He might have drawn shot here. Oh, what a bowl.
Well played, Brenton Coad.
Tyson will swing over to his forehand now. Look to just arrive.
Oh, Kevin Anderson plays a ripper over there. There's a measure for shot. He's now holding a couple.
Not a bad bowl by Tice.
Nathan Mills picking up a 3 on the rink next door to keep things interesting there. Still trailing, but getting closer. 14-22.
Kevy Anderson got 3.
Well played by Big Kev. He's still trailing. 22-19.
Chances for Tyson here. He could actually really make a big score if he can get 10 to the jack, move it down the line, or sit the bowl. He just wants to be a fraction tighter than his last.
Hold on.
Doesn't look far away.
Swoopy side, asking for it to hold on.
Oh, he made
Yeah,
2.
He's played it very, very well.
Great
Jack
bowl.
was sitting right on Brenton Coad's bowl, so any touch on it was going to kick it. To see Jimmy Whitehead working hard over there.
Working hard or hardly working?
Go with your second one. Maybe I'll take him over a drink and a chair.
Brenton Coad's awfully close here.
Oh, he's taken one out. Proved it.
So back to 1. We're on a run of 1s here for Tyson Cromie. 5 singles in a row.
Ian Miles update. Ian Miles is 22. He's representing Strzelecki. Kevin Anderson is 19.
He did have shot till Kevy just trailed it then too.
He did. See those 5 ones in a row, JT.
As long as that purple charted line keeps going up
That's it.
for Tyson,
It's about the worm, isn't it?
you,
So
only have, you just got to get in front of 25.
They got level at end 11. He's on his way back.
Well, the difference also is he's playing different length, which is potentially helping him get his first bowl going really well. Another fair starter.
Yeah, fair opener from Brenton Coad, sliding just past, bang on line.
He hasn't done a lot different, a lot wrong in these 5 consecutive ends that Tyson's won. It's just probably more Tyson's first bowl's been really good.
Yep.
Oh, counts. This doesn't look too far away either. Yeah, great bowl, Brenton Coad. Shot now. Tyson's corrected pretty well here. Nathan Mills definitely holding shot in the rink next door.
Josh Sanders on the run, bumps it down there, takes out one.
Brenton Coad.
Oh, who's that kick to?
I reckon it's 1 or 2 to
Wedged in.
Tyson. Well, maybe not.
Both players have still got one bowl to come, so there's still action left, but Tyson looking over this one for a while, trying to understand exactly what the options are. Nathan Mills picks up one on the rink next door. He's representing Yarra region.
He's making his own little mini comeback over there.
He is. He's still trailing, but 15-22.
Trying to work out who's got shot.
It was really close before. Called an umpire, so marker Rod Bates didn't necessarily want to call it. He was asked for clarification from Ian Miles as to who's holding shot, and he said it's a measure. Now, it's an umpire on his way out there. We'll see if he chocks this bowl.
All right, what's Tyson doing here? Tyson. All right. He's saying he's holding one.
It's Brenton Coad a little bit under JT.
Anything can happen.
Well,
Wow.
Anything has happened.
And Josh
Well,
Sanders runs next door too.
Could well be a 0-all draw here.
Wow.
Tyson saying looks like one to me, but
Wow. They all look very close.
yeah, they did. Tyson looked pretty confident though, so
6 singles in a row. 22-17.
So the other thing we saw there, JT, was Josh Sanders went for a full-blooded drive and the jacks come over right into the corner of the green. One of the spectators picked it up not knowing where it's come from. Had to yell out, send it over back to ring 5, please. Close measure still occurring on the Ian Miles Kevin Anderson rink. We'll keep you updated with that score. Rolls out the shot bowl of Ian Miles. Ian Miles now picks up a single. He moves to 23. He leads Kevin Anderson 19. To the Metro West ladies in the triples, the rink of Christine Vella, Laurel Tebbett and Gail Edwards have defeated Melanie Allen, Kelly McKieran and Lisa Phillips from Sandbelt. Score there was 15-9. And all the other matches in their concluding stages, we'll bring you those scores when they come through.
Wonder Brenton Coad there. Sneaks in under Tyson's last bowl. Tyson's on a bad trajectory. Just his speed. Don't know what that's done. Brenton Coad had great weight then. He just had to be probably 2 bowls tighter. Karen, Chris's next game is tomorrow morning at 9:30. Just a fraction quick there from Tice. Brenton Coad's got a free hit here to make 2 shots, which would take him to the brink of victory. Oh, wow. And Brenton Coad
Needs to stop.
Ooh. Well,
I reckon that's good enough,
no,
JT.
Darryl had him split apart and then he pushed him again in the paddles.
Okay. It's definitely one. Tyson looks to be saying, no, you can only have one. Josh Sanders picks up one next door. Tyson's tried to give this mat to Brenton Coad a couple of times now.
It's a lucky one for Josh. Got a bit lucky with that run shot.
He did. Well, it's 23-15 now.
I think now Emile's got one last end. That score hasn't gone on the scoreboard. I think Kevin Anderson is down match at the moment.
Yeah, it says 22-19 on the board.
But they were 22-19
Haven't put that
on the measure, and he had the mat.
He did.
So
he picked up one on the measure. There's no doubt about that.
So if my eyes are
It's
not deceiving me,
23-19 on the Bowls Link scorecard.
Kevy's down match right now, and he's running.
Not crazy weight, just big weight. He's got them both, but then unfortunately makes
He might be
contact on the
one
jack.
down. One to Brenton Coad. So he stops that run at 6 consecutive singles. 23-17.
So we'll wait for confirmation on the far rink, but it looks to be that Ian Miles will pick up a single. He's not getting any bowls out of the ditch or anything to start the next end.
Can only be one.
Just wondering why he's not Getting ready for the next end, choosing to leave all the bowls in the ditch for Kevin to get out.
Lackadaisical sort of guy, maybe.
It's that sort of match over there. 24-19, Ian Miles from Streslecki leading Kevin Anderson from Bendigo, Campaspe Goldfields. Back to the match here.
Josh Sanders is 23-15 up on the rink next door.
Last ball behind the jack or in front? Half the ball behind Jack High. Thank you.
I think Tyson's still holding.
Yep.
As marker Darryl Rowley indicates. Just a bit high for Brenton Coad. Tice looking closer here. He can get a little bit of jack movement. He might make three. Great bowl. Well, he just might have pushed it a bit that way.
Not sure what you mean there, Jim, but Josh Sanders on the next rink.
He's got to win first before he plays another game, and if he does, it won't be on the same rink.
Yep.
Ian Miles was awfully close with his last to turn that jack around the corner then. I'll give you the tip. Kevin Anderson's currently holding one over there. Tice is switching. He's going to try and split the middle of the Brenton Coad bowls and get that jack around the corner for four. All to weight.
Be a big play.
It's all for the weight. It's all for the weight. Well, that's not bad.
It's a very good effort nonetheless.
That's a great bowl.
We'll see how many this counts for.
He's only got two paddles out.
Yeah, Darryl Rowley has very, very good eyes, our marker. Tyson whips out the two. Now he's going to put a tape on this.
If it was probably another 2 or 3 inches past that bowl, if he got it past the bowl, I think he might have made all four.
Kevin Anderson picks up two over the other side of the green. It's now 24-21 in favour of Ian Miles. Much needed 2 shots to Kevin. And the boys shake hands with Josh Sanders picking up two.
Called an
One rink
umpire
over.
on our green, so
Josh Sanders will take that match representing Eastern Rangers over Nathan Mills, who's representing Yarra region, 25-15. He joins Chris Payne from Sandbelt region in the semi-finals as well, opposite sides of the draw. Chris Payne got over Luke Wright from West Coast, 25-18. So Tice thinks this is only two. I'm going to get an umpire to come out and whack some trammels on it.
Kevin Anderson's first bowl over there is a back knocker. He's 21. Ian Miles is 24.
Bit to go in that one. While we wait for this measure, I'll give you some updates from the women's triples quarterfinals. What do we got? Sophie Kurzman from Northern Gateway is 11. And Lee Hansen from Goulburn Murray is 8. That's after 14 ends. Sandra McColgan is 11 also. And Karen Barton from Eastern Ranges, she's 14. That's after 13 ends also. One match is completed. That is the Metro West match, where Gale Edwards Rink 18 have defeated Lisa Phillips Sandbelt Rink 12. They played their 18 ends, so they're finished. The final match, Sammy Atkinson's rink from Strzelecki, 16 shots. And they're leading Jodie Fruen's match rink from Ovens and Murray rather in their match 11, so 16-11. They played 14 ends there, so still a little bit to go. Those matches, of course, 18 ends. I haven't seen Rodney Bates indicate, so it is to Darryl Rowley's eyes. Very, very good. Tyson Cromie picks up 2. Still trailing, but he's on the comeback. He's now reached 19, trailing Brenton Coad 23.
I think Kevy Anderson's drawn another one over there. So he's either holding 2 or 3.
Yeah, I was hoping to have caught the marker's paddle signal, but I'm going to say it's 3, JT. Ian Miles still with 1 bowl to come. Of course, he only needs 1 more. He's on 24. Kevin Anderson on 21.
He looks close.
It's just going to swing by, so we'll find out if this is 2 or 3. Kevy has a bit of a giggle with a few people behind the rink.
And Kev put 3 fingers up then. Tyson's first bowl, not a bad starter. Three. Does that make it 24 all?
It does.
Well, that's their last end.
Yeah.
Unless there's a dead end or a equal resting touches.
24 apiece. Ian Miles from Strzelecki up against Kevin Anderson, Bendigo, Campaspe Goldfields. 24 shots apiece.
I shouldn't say equal resting touches, just equal shots if that happens to happen. Tice probably lacking 2 feet.
Yeah, to change hands and just...
Still not bad.
Not quite the trip. Kevy wants...
Kev must be close to the 21 metre mark.
Yeah, it's got to be close. Ian Miles straight away wanted to signal. No, Kevy says you can just have the mat. And then gives a little drats.
Shot there by Brenton Coad. Is one of the 2 he needs.
A lot happening, JT.
We're trying to watch everything.
Welcome Hans from South Africa.
Tice looks better weight.
It does. Is it going to stick around?
Oh. Still one to Brenton Coad.
This looks pretty handy too, JT.
Just doesn't want to turn on to Tyson's.
Yeah, they really rip from that hand, don't they? Does that change things? He stood Tyson's bowl up. So asking Darryl Rowley for his opinion as well. Must be close. There we go. Could hear Darryl Rowley confirm with Tyson. I think you might be just in, but it is a close measure.
Kevin's first one was a very good one over in that far rink. Ian Miles wasn't far away, but Kevin's definitely got shot.
So just repeating, 24 shots apiece over there. Ian Miles against Kevin Anderson. Michael Yakub in the chat supporting Ian Miles.
He's a Strzelecki guy himself.
Yep.
From Traralgon, from memory. Tyson doesn't want to turn too much.
He's happy to sit his own down.
Well, that should be. Maybe. Well, Darryl Rowley's got 1 and a measure. That's the paddle indication. Gee, I reckon it's dropped 2 degrees in the last 5 minutes. I don't know where I'm going with the minutes there. That was nowhere near each other, but
15 or 5, one of the two.
But it's got colder.
We're in for a couple of cooler days over the next 2 for our final 2 days of State Champions Week for 2023. Still going to be a bit of sun about, so the coolness won't matter. Of course, we're here at the lovely Bendigo East Bowls Club. Fantastic greens. Tonks and his crew prepare a great deck for us every year. Thanks to the support of City of Greater Bendigo as well. Lovely spot to be.
All right. Kevy still holding shot on that far green. He might even have 2 yet. As Brenton Coad plays his last one. Doesn't look like a terrible line. It's just a matter of how good his speed is. Might be 1. And Ian Miles gets shot with his second to last bowl over there. There is a lot of room. 1 to Tyson Cromie. 23-20. So at the moment on that other rink, which you can see Kevy Anderson walking down to the mat. He's currently down match, but he probably has 4 feet to draw a shot.
Was holding a couple, Kevy Anderson, and Ian Miles spat the jack out sideways. Does he have the trip, JT?
That was my only query.
I think it must be just enough. No, they're going to shake hands. Oh, Kevy wants to have a quick look before he shakes hands. And he does so now. So Ian Miles gets over the top. Kevin Anderson, 25-24. And he has found his way into a semi-final of the men's champion of champion singles. He'll come up against Chris Payne representing Sandbell. So just repeating, Ian Miles from Strzelecki has gotten over the top of Kevin Anderson from Bendigo Campaspe Goldfields, setting up a semi-final matchup. Ian Miles from Strzelecki up against Chris Payne from Sandbelt. Back to action here.
What a starter by Tyson.
Yeah, putting the pressure on straight away. Josh Sanders is through to the semi-final on this side. We're trying to work out who he's going to play. Is it going to be Tyson Cromie or Brenton Coad?
Forces Brenton Coad to change.
This is the wider hand.
It is starting to go now.
Just going to nip under.
Probably doesn't make it any better for him.
No.
I reckon Tyson will definitely pass the head with the next one.
Good bit of support in the chat for Ian Miles. Michael Yakub confirms you are correct, JT.
Well, Tyson kind of nearly made a lie out of me. I said he'd pass, definitely. He probably is, but only marginally.
Can confirm a couple of results in women's triples while Brenton Coad goes down and has a look at this head. Quarterfinal action, a Strzelecki combination, Maureen Leighton, Cheryl Atkinson and Samantha Atkinson. They've defeated Renee Hill, Rowanna Smith and Jodie Fruend. So that's a win for Strzelecki over Ovens and Murray. Their opponents in the semi-final will be the combination from Metro West, Christine Vella, Laurel Tebbett and Gail Edwards, who defeated Melanie Allen, Kelly McKieran and Lisa Phillips from Sandbelt.
Brenton Coad playing weighty, I reckon.
He is.
Well,
Kicks a few around. Tyson's still holding one.
Baden, nice question. Tyson was allowed. As long as you ask the marker, you are allowed to go down and have a look. Particularly in certain circumstances like close finishes and all the rest of it. A marker will very rarely say no unless they think you're deliberately time wasting.
Yep. And there's zero chance that Tyson Cromie is going to be time wasting. This is closing stages of a quarter final of a state singles.
Champions, come on.
Champion of champions, my apologies, JT. One other result is through in the women's triples. So Nicole Went, Emily Davies and Sophie Kurzman from Northern Gateway. They've defeated Effie Eaton, Cheryl Townsend and Lee Hansen from Goulburn Murray. Just waiting on one result before we round out our semi-finalists in the ladies triples.
It's all on Tyson's speed, but he looks close again.
Wants another roll out of it. Just not quite.
Probably third shot.
Is it finished in not a bad spot, JT, or is it probably a bit short? It won't matter.
The reality is Brenton Coad could come down with 18 inches, 2 feet of weight, land Tyson's bowl, stay there, and he's won the match. Alright, let's look at this bowl. It's not pointed too bad, Tone. Just got to get down a bit. Right idea, because even Jack down the line of yard was good too. Another one.
Tyson Cromie moves on to 21. Can pot out now.
Look at that little chart. Slowly, slowly. It's probably Tyson's loosest first bowl for a little while.
Yeah, gives an opportunity for Brenton. 23-21. Men's champion of champion singles for 2023.
There's a crowd gathering here too because as nearly all the matches are finished, people are coming to watch the end of this match. Speed was awesome from Tice. Could be, no, maybe not.
No danger of rain here, James Brady. I reckon we're all good. Bit of love for your shot chart, Brad, too.
I reckon Pud's just taking the P155.
Never. Holding game is Brenton Coad now.
Tyson's just got to fix his lineup. His weight is good. Here it comes. Ooh. Fraction quicker. What Brenton doesn't want to do is make it any easier for Tyson to try and peel one or two out here. He probably noses the jack himself first with Might really hide it.
Well played.
Great bowl.
Last ball for Tyson Cromie. Down game. Doesn't like it. That will be.
And that is the
all
match
she
to
wrote.
Brenton Coad.
Players will shake hands. Match played in very good spirits and a victory to Brenton Coad. He has got over the top of Tyson Cromie, 25-21 with a 2 on that final end. No need to bowl his last bowl. JT, there were 4 very, very close quarterfinals.
It's been a great afternoon for bowls. This was a fantastic. I think the match went in basically 4 different waves. Brenton Coad got out to a start. Tyson got caught back. Brent went out again and got the lead and looked home, and then Tyson come back and made a match of it, and credit to both guys. They both played extremely well. Wasn't much in it, but a big shout out to Brenton Coad. As I said at the start of the match, he was a former state player. Probably took a little bit of time away from the game, but been back in playing the last couple of years and showing the form that made him a state player a few years ago. So,
yep. Played 111 state games was one of the questions in the chat. Represented from 2007 through 2014. As you say, back to bowls now, throwing them down pretty well, and he's found himself in a semi-final of a champion of champions. For 2023, he'll come up against Josh Sanders from Eastern Rangers in the other half of that. And the semi-final. The other half of the draw is Ian Miles from Strzelecki up against Chris Payne from Sandbelt. Women's triples that have been going on at the same time. We've got Metro West, the rink skippered by Gail Edwards, up against Sammy Atkinson from Strzelecki. In the second semi-final, we know that Sophie Kurzman for Northern Gateway is through. The match between Mornington Peninsula and Eastern Rangers is still going at 17-15, the lead to Mornington Peninsula.
playing their last end.
Played out on a green behind us, so we don't have any vision. So keep looking at the Bowls Link site. You'll see updates on those scores end by end. So we'll leave it there, ladies and gents. Thank you very much, JT, for co-commentating today. Thanks, you,
Tony.
Brad, from SEN for producing the show. And thank you, everybody who's put a comment in the chat, liked our stream and shared our streams. We shall be back tomorrow morning at 9:30 with some semi-final action.